Mark Newman, Jack, but my man got some. He got
healthy. Anyways, I'd like to show the Seymour's boss right here.
Oh yeah.
The Seymour's boss right here.
But see, wait a minute. They call my brother Powell the Seymour's boss.
He
had the same same situation involving. Not saying you did any kind of, inappropriate nothing. Knowledge is different.
I gave him that term.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't using
the
it.
knowledge day.
But see, we see the same.
So someone who has great knowledge, there's someone else out there doing that same thing. You gotta make it happen, Jack.
Which is amazing because it's all for the people at the end of the day.
All facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's
facts.
for. Like for me, like I don't care about if I don't make profit off of that. My main thing is my homies call. No. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I care about it, but I care more about my homies calling me and say, yo, I went to the doctor and remember that kidney issue I had? The range is back in place. You know what I'm saying? I care more about, somebody saying, yo, my thyroid issues. It's gone.
That's not the berry. What is this?
That's all facts.
Tell
me what it is.
So of course, put that right in the camera, let them see that.
And so of course, making a profit of it is amazing, but we got a mutual friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say his name. He's a little heavy set guy, but you know what I'm saying. But
working on
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to my people.
You know what I'm saying? And he always had hypertension issues. You know what I'm saying? He always had hypertension. High blood pressure, right? So, but he called me one day. He like, yo, I need you to pull up. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, I pull up. So when I pulled up, he was like, yo, I went to the doctor and
don't forget his live too.
They said that my kidneys is failing. So I'm like, the kidneys failing. I said, you got hypertension, right? He's like, yeah, I got high blood pressure. I said, do me a favor. Go on Google right now. I said, go on Google right now and Google channel blockers. So he Googled channel blockers and then a list of medications come up. I said, yo, you see any of your medications there? He said, yeah, number 3. He said the name of the medication. I'm like, yo, so you know what nobody call it channel blockers, right? He's like, nah. I said, what's happening is this. When you take the blood pressure medication, it blocks the calcium from going into the valve of the heart. That makes the heart strong to pump blood, which travels oxygen through the body and everything like that. And the oxygen goes to the other, organs of the body. I said, but the heart and the kidneys have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's a relationship. So, but what the channel blockers or the blood pressure medication is doing is it's blocking that valve, so the calcium cannot go through the heart, and it brings the blood pressure down.
Almost like a blood clot.
It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's bringing your blood pressure down. But guess what? The calcium is not going through to where it's supposed to go to. So the heart is not functioning the way it's supposed to, and it's going to make the kidneys fail. And that's what's happening to you right now. So I said, yo, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go on this. I want you to do a whole detox.
Yo, I know I just saw. I'm in the country because you're dropping pure D jewels. But I know I just saw that little white bubble with DT Primo. DT Primo, if you hear my man building, we was just building on this. All right? I know I saw that little bubble over there.
Yes, sir.
Pardon me.
All good. So what I did was I said, yo, I want you to go on a hard fast. You know what I'm saying? Do nothing but juices. Take away the solids. And with that, I want you, once you start to go to implement solids, I don't want it to be like chicken and shit like that. I want it to be like plant-based stuff. And while you're doing that, take your sea moss, because the sea moss is going to actually give you the minerals your body needs, because it has 92 or 102 minerals. That jar right there has 92 out of 102 minerals the body needs, including iodine, iron, calcium, copper, and etc. Right? So you're gonna do that.
Oh, you ain't know that, huh, big country? You ain't know that, big country.
Big country.
The body.
You ain't got that in Disney Springs.
The body is made up of 102 minerals. So, he started doing that, and then he said, "I'm gonna go back to the doctor or whatever, because I got another appointment to check, do more blood work." He was kind of scared because he's like, "Yo, I don't want to hear no bad news." But I also told him part of healing yourself is having control of you control your cells. We are billions of cells before a body.
Talk to him.
And our cells interact with our thinking. If you tell yourself I ain't shit,
Then you
your
won't
life gonna start.
We got a lot. We got a lot of that.
You know
A lot
what
of
I'm
times it's in poverty based
You know what I'm saying?
position. So
Like we always put like negative affirmations on ourselves. So you gotta also, when you're doing the health stuff, you gotta also do the mind stuff too.
Facts.
Telling yourself like, listen,
All
man,
facts.
I'm every day I'm healing. I'm healthy.
Encouragement.
And telling yourself that, and then believing it wholeheartedly. So I say, yo, don't go into this appointment thinking that you're gonna hear some bad news. So then he went to the appointment. He called me back. He like, yo, bro, the range of my kidneys is going up. It's not 100% great, but they seen the progress, and that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And they said my cholesterol is going down. So I'm like, bro, see, keep doing what you're doing. So I say all that to say, man, Western medication, Western
talk
medicine.
to them about this, because I don't.
Yeah.
I try to be natural as much as possible.
Yeah, Western medicine, man, has always failed us, man. Like, if you think about it, man, you think about the family, the black family, right? You might have an uncle that might have had heart failure. You might have had a cousin that had diabetes or whatever the case. And I'll be sitting back thinking like,
Box.
yo, this shit right here is not the fatality rate within our family. That shit, it ain't it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas cannot just be clocking out because at 40 for heart failure. You feel me? Like,
It's
it's
the side effects of the bullshit medicine they give
and
us.
then you got on top of the medication.
I just lifted it up.
You know, you got the water we drinking from the tap. You got the air. You know what I'm saying? You got all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like my brother had type 2 diabetes. And I'm like, yo, I
So you
can't.
you did?
My brother had it. My brother had it. You know what I'm saying? That he,
Oh yeah, you told me that.
yeah, so that
told
was
me
part of the reason why I even started eating the way I was eating, because I was like, I have an uncle that passed at heart failure at 40 years old. My grandfather passed at 50 from the same thing. And I'm sitting back looking, I have another uncle.
So this is like a hereditary type of situation.
But let me tell you though, tradition is the hereditary thing.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
It's
This is true.
it's inherent ignorance
Yes.
that we all have.
Right.
You don't inherit diabetes and
Nah.
shit. It's the way you eat.
Yeah.
It's
This
the
is
way
true.
we eat.
This is true. This
If
is
your mom,
inherent that.
if your mom cooked a certain way, you know what I'm saying, you
gonna
adapt
want
to that,
yeah.
and then you start cooking like that, and then you make that shit for your kids and your offspring.
Or even not cooking, like when you just sending your kid to fast food all day.
All day.
Yeah.
Your parents
They
might
on
just
that all day.
did that for you. You might not really sat down and had a real meal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might not had a big mama.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you sit
So,
down and you eat. Even though it's soul food and it's, all the bullshit that come with that, still the same concept of making food at home, a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They'd
saying?
rather go to McDonald's. Don't want to cook.
And now
they
you
do it all
inherit
the
that.
time.
Now that's what you're doing with your kids.
Yep.
Sad,
Yep.
man.
Then there's the obesity and everything else that follows up with that. So
Mhm.
so my role is basically breaking those barriers. Like my 2-year-old, she haven't had a piece of meat, nothing.
Never.
oh yeah, well she came at the right time where
Yeah.
everything was transitioning.
Yeah, you
So
know.
I understand that.
Yo, and so I even did some funny shit. I have, my girl, she still eats like, meat and shit.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, I'm
So
going through that shit.
she had salmon, right? So I'm like, yo, I said, I'm gonna try some shit. I said, yo, take a little piece and try to give it to Faith. Yo,
See if she like it.
she took the she chewed the shit. She put her tongue out. She took her hand. She said,
Yeah, her body rejected it. Her body rejected
I
it.
don't
Her
want
body's
this
not
shit.
used
See
to
what I'm
that.
saying?
That's
'Cause
dope.
for 2 years of her life, she's going on 3. She have never had chicken, fish, none of that.
But you know what that though? Because you always kept her happy with the meals. That's the marketing is a beautiful thing too.
Yeah,
I learned
yeah,
that.
hell
That's
yeah.
I wish I
it
would have learned this as a younger fella.